This is one of those pouches you might start seeing some dads on the beach wear, and I hate how much I love it. What's happening? I'm Bernardo with Fat Bear DC, and this is the Max Edition Platy 4x6 pouch. So it's part of one of their new series. Quick disclaimer, they didn't send it out to me for my review. So there's that, but I am digging it very much. Max Expedition, if you're not familiar with them, they make some of the best organizers, or they're probably the biggest name in the organizing EDC tactical world. So I'm really grateful for them sending this out. And this is very much up my alley in regards to how I would EDC, or something I would definitely EDC. But let's kind of get into it. So it's a unique pouch. If you're not familiar, like I kind of mentioned, they make tons of little pouches. This is rather unique for them, in my opinion, because usually the pouches they make are kind of the folding book pouches. And they're really great. You kind of open them up. They have all sorts of little organizations. They do have some with the pockets on the outside as well. But as you can see, this one's heavily pocketed on the outside. Kind of ready to go kind of situation here with one little main zipper pocket here. They do sell it in 3 different sizes, I believe. This is the medium. I think it's like the 4x6. Then they have a smaller one that's kind of more of like a pocket shape. And then they have like a little bit bigger one version of this. But what makes it unique is kind of the pockets, like I mentioned. It has a great little handle, so you can definitely put it in the pocket or a bag and grab it out of there really quick. But what the unique thing about this that a lot of their pouches don't have, and something new I think for them, is this little lanyard here that they've included. So I actually got it packed to the T. Not that I would normally pack it like this. But why don't we just kind of take it out a little bit. I'll take out what I have and then kind of maybe put it back together. And kind of show you some of the gear here that I would most likely kind of hold with it. I'll leave what I have in there already. But it has this lanyard here. And it's quite handy, a little 550 cord with a little push button situation here that you can open it down. And I really dig what they're doing here, to be honest. I know you're probably going to think like, what would you need this for? So this is a lanyard that you could obviously put around your neck, or maybe even as a little sling, as a little merce kind of situation. Now, before you get all, hey man, I'm not going to start wearing a little merce, you know, like, are you silly? Are you a Sally? Relax, buddy. No. This is where I'm going with this. Hear me out really quick. So a neck carry is definitely really handy, especially if you're having a blade. You're probably like, dude, how am I going to neck carry something like this? Well, hear me out. It's kind of situational, right? So I wouldn't obviously neck carry something like this in the office, but where I think this is really great, summertime, right? I'm often at the beach. I'm often, my dad lives in Florida, so we go there all the time. I'm always on the beach walking around at night, during the day. I usually carry a pocket knife of sorts, and usually some sort of keychain flashlight of sorts. But this would be awesome. I'm in my bathing suit. I just put this guy around my neck, you know, especially at night, just have a few things. In here, I can have a wallet kind of situation. I'll go through this in a second. If you don't want it around the neck, you could do a little sling action too. In a survival situation, this could actually be really great. Maybe the bag, maybe you have to give your bag to somebody else or leave it somewhere else, and you just want to carry a little bit of gear. Grab this, sling it up. You could put it in your pocket if you wanted to, or if you had a little bit too much gear, then on the neck or a sling could be a better situation for you. But I think I do a canoe trip every year with a buddy of mine, and we go down the Potomac River. And we sleep on, we camp out on an island. We bring camping gear, backpacking gear, and we camp on an island for a night. This would be a great little pack to have around your neck just for fishing. Just to have, you know, a pocket knife, a couple gear. You could have maybe some lures in here if you'd want. But I'm usually there with, you know, a tank top and board shorts or swim trunks. So this would be an awesome little EDC to have. But yeah, so I think it's really great. You can take it off if you want. I'm going to keep it on there because I really do think that the neck carry for me is going to be a feature that I will actually really take advantage of this summer. But like I said, let's go into the kind of the pack here. So I still got it new. I think really the way that you use this is situational. going out for the day, you're going out for a certain thing, you pack it, or you pack it and you keep it for prepping kind of purposes. So what I was thinking for me, I'll probably also pack this up, pack my EDC backpack stuff into these, and then just start carrying it daily as well. But I would probably, I have a lighter usually in my backpack, so I'll throw something like that in there. I kind of, was kind of doing the wallet thing to kind of show you guys, for a little beach situation, what I would probably do. So you could easily put some of those in there. I got my lucky casino coins that I like to carry. And then I got a little kind of first aid kit situation here. So a bunch of alcohol swabs and then various types of Band-Aids. So that's kind of what I put. So I think on a daily, I'd probably do something like this. Maybe I would probably have one of these guys in here as well. Zip that up. I'd like to have a bigger pen flashlight of sorts. This is the Ubin PL01. Super great flashlight, very bright, great pen light. It's rechargeable. It also uses batteries, which is kind of cool. But I'd have that kind of there. I'd have my top bow pen, EDC kind of pen that I like right there. It's kind of like the Japanese space pen is what I'm going to call it, but it uses pressure. We'll get into it later. And then I'd probably have something like this. So then I'd have this guy, a SOG power pint to be able to run my bits while I'm at work kind of thing. And then have a trusty Swiss Army knife of sorts. But as you see, it's, you could do tons of different things here, right? So here's a little Swiss Army knife, little classic. You could have that there, maybe clip this here for extra security. If you really wanted to, you could actually have something bigger, like this Cold Steel Bush Ranger. It's like a solid, as you can see, big kind of pocket knife situation there. You could just put that there. Have that set up there like that if you want. I think I'm pretty happy with that right there. I could still fit a little bit more in here, so there's a little bit more space. I could probably I'd probably have this lighter in here. I think this is kind of getting it to the max of where I would want it. But you could do, like I said, you could just to kind of show you guys what you can fit. So that's a big old pocket knife that you can fit in there. But you could also do a full size. There's a Work Pro 18-in-1. I'm actually just got this thing. I'm checking it out, doing some reviews and stuff. It's actually a really nice piece of kit for the money. But see, you could fit a full size multi-tool in there. Maybe have like a Swiss Army on this side. With a pouch like this, that's what I kind of like. I would probably like to have two types of multi-tools on here, so that you could use one or the other kind of thing, or use them together. Use that to hold down a bolt, hold this, use that to hold a bolt down, this to turn it kind of thing. But as you can see, very versatile. You can switch it up. You can fit it all sorts of things. And I've tried it. I haven't really tried it with the Work Pro, but I've tried it like this. Something like this around the neck. And I was like, man, that's probably going to be kind of heavy. It's actually not that bad for what it is. I don't know what it's like having the bigger one. The one thing I will kind of mention is that this pocket, they have it advertised that it will, that it fits a phone. And it does, but when I put my phone in here, it kind of sticks out. So I think for like quick beach pool purposes, you're just, kind of going from the locker room to the pool or something. Not a bad idea, but not necessarily where I'm probably going to keep my phone. But I definitely like it. The phone's not too big of a deal. I usually have in my bathing suit, I usually have a pocket anyway, so that would go there. But when we start adding that one pocket in the bathing suit, you start adding a phone, you start adding a wallet, you start adding a pocket knife, you start adding stuff, it just sags you down. So having something like this is extremely handy. But yeah, guys, I do EDC videos once a week, so if you guys are interested in checking out some more gear and checking out some tips and tricks, Would love to have you, so please subscribe. If you guys like the video, please hit me up with a like. Again, I am Bernardo with Fat Bear EDC, and I will catch you in the next one.